Hello, town fans. Good evening on this fine Wednesday evening. As we have seen out, as you can see on the screen, Owen Goodman signs. It's taken a while, but we got it done in the end. Obviously, Owen Goodman's come up from London today, signed the contract, and I'm joined by our good friend George. George, how are you doing on this fine evening?
Good evening, mate. I'm very well, thank you. Glad that this has been announced. And yeah,
Yeah. So obviously, like we always do, we are going to go over the news that obviously the town website do put up, as I like to go over. So again, obviously he played for Wimbledon last season, who are now in League One with us. Obviously, he was in League Two team of the season. So obviously, again, shows he's a brilliant keeper. And again, with getting promotion with Wimbledon, obviously he's got the experience and the class of a winning team, and hopefully can bring the winning, clean sheets. He did say in his interview that I watched when it came out, he aimed for 15 clean sheets and he got 25, I believe. So I mean, so hopefully he can produce the same for us here. Obviously, he has represented England and Canada. International wise, he goes here eligible for England, Canada, and Nigeria. But obviously, we called up to England's under 18s and he went up to Canada's under 20s. So he did say in his interviews he want to play for Canada, but again, need to go to town, not us. He also mentioned that obviously in 2023 he was at Colchester on loan, where he also met up with Joe Taylor. So another signing who's been with Joe Taylor. So most of these moves kind of, help with Joe Taylor at the club. But again, he kept 25 clean sheets in all competitions. Like I say, he secured promotion last season. So, like again, kept 25 clean sheets in all competitions for Wimbledon in the 2024 season, recording 21 in 45 League Two appearances. So again, hopefully the defence now with Goodman at the back now, I think solidly it's just going to be amazing. And he didn't concede a goal in the playoffs. So, he's got a 30% clean sheet ratio in the league. So again, defensively, we should be amazing this season. If we go over what to expect, he's a talented young goalkeeper as usual. He's got his sharp reflexes, high potential. He's tall as well. He's 6'3". He has a command presence in his box and he reads the game well, communicates effectively with teammates. Now, he does have to do something with Crystal Palace pre-season, and then he's with us. I think he'll definitely be coming to Austria with us. Again, communicating with his teammates, creating the bond over the season, and again, making the defence in this team, lethal and dangerous. And again, here's what Owen had to say. If we keep the ball out the back of the net and keep clean sheets, we're more likely to win football games. As silly as it sounds, obviously that is true. Keep the ball out of the net, you get clean sheets. You win football games. And again, he goes there, keeping the ball out of the net, whether it's coming from crosses, affecting through balls, again making big saves, routine saves, whatever. I think Owen Goodman is happy to be here, obviously coming away from his home down in London, with Palace. But I just think overall it's a really good move for him. And I believe now with him in the team and now it being announced, I think automatic promotion is definitely available and it should be the goal. I'm also going to bring up, let me get it up. Also, as we at the town always do with the signings, they do make a post on X of introducing the summer signing. So again, I just want to go over some details on it here. So again, the gaffer, there he goes there, the gaffer and the club give me a chance to come and prove myself in this league. Again, I think he really is going to get on well with Lee Grant, with the gaffer. I think when he was speaking to him, he wanted to get this deal done. So again, shows his commitment and look forward to the club. Obviously, he's 21. You know, he's young, 6'3", as we mentioned, quite tall, left-footed. Obviously, positions goalkeeper, and like we mentioned again, 25 clean sheets in all competitions last season. Obviously, he's born in Essex, 190 miles from Huddersfield, so he has come a long way from home. But again, hopefully, we can make this his second home, let's say, this season again. There with an interview. Owen Goodman is at the club. So yeah, now George, going over some details. What do you think of Owen Goodman coming to the club?
Well, obviously, it's obviously good to have him announced today. Which, yeah, again, we've had obviously we had a deal agreed about a few weeks ago. Obviously, he completed his medical about a week-ish ago. We just had to wait for Crystal Palace to obviously announce that he signed a new contract to come on loan to us, obviously, as you said. He gained promotion with AFC Wimbledon last season from League Two. And obviously he's very good at keeping clean sheets, as we all know. 25 clean sheets. Master was on loan at AFC Wimbledon. Obviously, now they're in League One. And I think, obviously, as you said, it is a good move for him, obviously. I know he lives all the way in London, but I think, obviously, as we're talking to the gaffer, obviously, he wanted to get this deal done as quick as possible. And obviously, as we're coming close, obviously, we're just shy of a month now until the League One season starts, obviously. And obviously, the Austria tour as well is not far away either.
Nope.
But yeah, obviously, it's a very good sign. Obviously, I've been waiting for it. And glad to have him on board with us, really. Obviously, don't join until I think he comes on with us on the Austria tour.
Yeah.
Or like to see him in action, obviously. So when the season starts, and obviously what he can really show us in, obviously, be able to just start in any of the games in Austria. But yeah, obviously, overall, I think obviously it's a good signing, and yeah, I think he'll do quite well. Obviously, I think he'll do what I did with AFC Wimbledon last season. I think he'll try and get us to automatics as he did with his last club, really. So yeah, very good signing overall. I'm happy, and hope we get a few more in the door.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to go over the team the starting 11 that Lee Grant put out in the first 30 minutes of the game against Emily. Obviously, Mason Uzis missing. Solomon is not on this website, but again, so obviously Goodman fits in the goals. Sorensen at the left back, Eccleston's the right back, Feeney in the centre with what would have been Solomon, and Wiles, Kasumu, Evans, and Harness on the right, Ruskin on the left. Giles up front. Again, obviously, this probably won't be his starting team in the league, obviously, because you got Eccleston in there. Well, again, you never know. It's Lee Grant. We don't know what type of team he's wanting to put out. But again, with Goodman in this team, even this team by itself, it looks a lot more better with Goodman there. I am just going to quickly make up with this 4-3-3 actually which players I would put in. So replacing Sorensen, I would go with Miller. That changes his name actually. Let's suit this out then. Can I get rid of him? That's the real question. I'll remove there. But yeah, I would get rid of Sorensen, and like you saw, I'd put Miller in. Again, this is a lineup I've gone through before. But again, if you haven't seen it, here we go again. So Miller, obviously linking up with Ruskin. Then in a centre-back partnership, I would go with Joe Lowe again. Again, young, experienced. I don't know why there's two of him there. Young, experienced. I'll leave Feeney in because I think Feeney could be in there with him. And then I'd go with Spencer on the right. Again, it's best position. Again, as you can see, that defense on its own is really good. With Lowe in there with Feeney, Spencer Miller with the full backs, and obviously Goodman in goal. That is a solid back line. I'd probably leave Wiles and Kasumu in, and I'd probably put Ledson in there as well. You know, for that attacking width, controlling the midfield. And then I'd probably replace Charles with Taylor. Where is it? Joe Taylor. There we go. But yeah, again, just with that team, it's a very strong team as well. Like I say, don't know what Lee Grant is going to do. Obviously, new as a head coach manager. So again, no clue what his style of play is. So if it's with this 4-3-3 like did against Emily, then with this team, like I say, again, it's very good. That back line again is pretty solid. But again, George, what do you think of with the back line? Obviously, it don't have to be the same as mine, but the back line, what do you think how it'll be with Goodman in goal?
I think I agree with all your lineup. To be honest, mate, I'll probably do the same as what you've done there. Obviously, we didn't see Joe Lowe in action this past weekend. I think because he didn't join us. Obviously, didn't know us officially till yesterday.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think with that lineup, obviously we've got Harness, Taylor, and Roos can obviously plays that up top. I think, isn't it? You put. Yeah, but obviously I agree with pretty much all of it. To be honest, mate. Obviously, it'd be nice to get Lowe into, getting some minutes into him, and obviously, seeing how he really does with the new lads now. It's now got 7 signings in the door now. I think we're probably going to get another. I think realistically, we need about another 3 to 4 maybe more signings.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need a striker. Nathan Lowe. I think Nathan Lowe's going to Swansea. I'm pretty sure they've got links with him.
I've heard he's going to sign a new contract with Stoke, but I couldn't. It could be for a loan move.
I think to be fair, I think he will go for a loan move, but obviously Stoke didn't want him to be sold as a permanent transfer. But I get why they're going to do it on for a loan move, but obviously it really depends on what they're like. Obviously, if Swansea get him, they get him, but also we just need to find a realistic striker to come into the club and help us out a little bit with we struggled for a bit of goals last season. So we did injuries and stuff like that. I think we just need a bit. Obviously, we're building up quite a good team now. Obviously,
definitely,
season, but yeah, we just need a few more signs in the door, and I think that's probably a team that can hopefully go for automatics next season. But yeah,
we can only dream. We can only dream. But again, I think we've pretty much covered everything we really need to go through. Obviously, Owen Goodman, he's come through the door. Again, I whack my beautiful graphic up again. He's come through the door, finally. As I said, he's done his medical, maybe nearly 2 weeks ago now. Obviously, we had to wait for Palace to get his contract renewed there, and so he could come up on loan, down, up on loan, wherever. I mean, up from London, innit? So, but yeah, again, thank you for tuning in. Obviously, if there's any more news comes out later today, maybe I'll probably do a video on it later or throughout the week. I'll keep you guys updated. Keep up to date on socials. It's Jack's Graphic 17 on Instagram. I put all the breaking news on there. That doesn't need a video. But yeah, again, thank you for tuning in. Go subscribe to George as well. And up the town.
Up the town.